Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my piped topping for my candles. I had posted a picture a week ago maybe of my icing topping on one of our candles. So I'm going to do that again. My mother-in-law asked me to make her a couple Yoda candles for gifts. She wants Yoda in a bathtub, and I attempted to do it with just little half spares, and I don't like the way it looks. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks, so I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna pull those out. They're two different scents, so I have to do them one at a time. So I already pulled this one out and melted the top. So I'm gonna let that harden while I I have the pieces that I pulled off, and I added some hot wax to it because I need more than just the little bit I had. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more fragrance to it, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I do it and go from there. So start with the fragrance. I don't really need a whole lot in there, and this is already like cooling down a bit because those little half spheres kind of help cool the wax a lot. I might add some heat. I'm switching from this tiny little spoon to my big spoon. And guys, these things are a lifesaver. They're KitchenAid. I think they're called smoothie spoons or something like that. But oh my gosh, I love them so much. They're silicone, so they're easy to clean, and they're amazing. They're just amazing. That's all I have to say about that. I'm trying to see, maybe I think I'm gonna change the camera angle so you guys can see from above. So I want to show you guys what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I think this is actually a better better point of view. So this is my wax right now. It's getting a little cloudy. There's still a piece that's not squished in there, but that should be okay. So basically, I don't have a mixer, and I don't really have the funds to allocate to a mixer right now. So I've been experimenting with different ways to get different effects, and the first time I made the wax and it looked like icing was by accident. I was messing with some leftover wax that I didn't know what to do with at the time. Actually, I not necessarily know what to do with it. I didn't have the time to do all that I needed to do with it, and I was just messing with it as it was slushed, and I realized that it just looked really a lot like buttercream icing, and I was like, ooh. So I pulled out my piping stuff and gave it a try, and I really loved the way it came out. So here we are. I'm gonna try it again. The technique that I'm gonna use to do this is new to me. So I've only ever really used maybe 2 or 3 tips out of my cake decorating kit, and this one is just gonna be the bubbles. So I'm really curious to see how this is gonna turn out. So basically, all I do is after I mix in my fragrance, I just let the wax cool. And See, it's getting cloudy, so I'm gonna actually let it sit for a while until it starts to, I guess, change the color, where it's still soft, but it's more white than clear. And then I'm gonna go in and mix it again. So I'll come back and show you guys when I'm at the next step. Alright guys, so we're back. I let it sit a little bit too long. I didn't think about the fact that it's a smaller amount, so it cools off a little bit faster. Still not ready, but I did want to show you guys like the whole process. But normally I would start mixing before it gets this soft, just so to make sure that there's no harder lumps that I can't get out. But you can see it's still a little bit drippy, so it's not going to hold its shape just yet. So I'm still going to let it cool off for a little bit longer. But while it's doing that, what I can do is get the bag ready. Did I mention how much I love these? I love it because I was using these metal spoons before, and you know, hot spoon, hot wax, burn your hands type deal. But these, they're so much longer and I can grip them real easy. The tip bends so I can get in the crevices, especially for something like this. But yeah, I'm just mixing it. So right now, this is more like, I'd say if you're making cinnamon bun wax melts, this would be kind of a nice little consistency for that, maybe. Depending on how much flow you want from it. It's just got a little bit of flow, but I think it would look really nice as a glaze. But we're not going for a glaze, we're going for icing. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna get the bag ready. I'll show you guys the tip I'll be using. So I have some disposable bags. I also have a couple silicone reusable ones, but I don't feel like messing those up today. So this is the tip I'm gonna be using. It's just a round tip, and this is the biggest one I have. These are both the same size, but this is the biggest size I have, so I'm just gonna go with it. If I had a bigger size, I'd go with it. Oh, whoops. We also need this, and this is a handy little cutter that I got years ago, actually, and I'll show you how it works in a minute if you don't know. So we got our bag. I'm going to separate these. I'm going to put this in. So if you don't have tips, you can just cut a piece off the tip of the bag so it's round and use it that way too. This goes over like that. You press the sides down, turn it, and it just cuts the tip off. And just put that on there. Let's check on this. It's almost there. So I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit longer, and then I'll be right back. And we're back. So it is there. See, it looks, to me, that's buttercream icing. It might be still a little bit too soft, but it'll come together. So I have my bag. I rolled it over so that this is out of the way. That way if you have any little spillage, it's not on the outside of the bag. And I'm just sitting it in this little pitcher here to hold it upright. And then I'm just gonna scoop this in there. Just trying to get as much out of the bottom as possible, and whatever is left I'll just melt it with the heat gun and pour in the crevices that's left over. Yuck. Actually, I might need to make some more anyway, so I'll just reuse this before I clean it out. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. Okay, so now that it's all in the bag, I'm gonna pull this over. And one thing I always forget to do is to try to push back as much of the icing towards the tip. If you have like a business card, I mean not a business card, a credit card or something, that would be perfect, especially if you got a lot of mess. And here we go. And this is my candle, and it's green. It's supposed to look like Yoda's in the tub, but there's going to be a little sticker that sticks up right here. Or yeah, over here. So let's see how these goes. They said to push down and pick up and twist it. Kind of looks like a bubble. Forgive me, I'm learning here. Ooh, let's push that down. But you see how it just stays? That's that texture that you want. You want it to still be soft. Oh. I think I'm picking it up too fast. There we go. I'm just going to squish that down my finger because I want it to look like a bubble. I don't want that point on it. I want it as round as I can get it. I think I'll let it cool some more before I'm sitting down so I can get a better. I'm trying to do it so that you guys can see. So before I lift it off, I'm just twisting it so it gets rid of that little point as much as possible. And again, I'm an amateur at piping. I'm trying my best here. And the surface of this, as you can see, is not very perfect. There's some of the half rounds that I left behind because they had green on it, and I didn't want green in the icing. But I don't really, it doesn't matter because, again, I'm covering the surface with all these bubbles. And again, as I said before, like, this is for my mother-in-law, so it's a Yoda tub. but it's for my mother-in-law. It's not for selling to the masses. And she gave me the idea of what she wanted. Figured it would be a great way to practice. I always love like new ideas and such, because I'm not necessarily a dessert candle maker, but I like doing fancy stuff. I need to do some that's a little bit bigger because bubbles aren't all the same size. So actually after this cool, this first layer cool, I'm gonna go in with another layer of bubbles just to kind of fill in those holes and just kind of give it more of a realistic look in a way. Sorry, my hands are in the way, isn't it? I am not seeing, I can't see what the camera's seeing at the moment. I'm sitting, but okay, I'm gonna change angle again. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. I don't know if that will help a little bit, maybe. I'm trying not to get my hand in the picture, in the video too much, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Sorry for my loud breathing. There we go. So, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I also have to remember to leave a little spot right here for that sticker. I have lint in my wax. There we go. Okay, let's see. Ooh, these are hard enough. I'm just pushing down the tips of where I lifted. Those are still super soft. Sorry about that. That's my alarm going off telling me it's almost time to pick up my children. I'm just spushing down some of that wax I messed that one up a little bit. Just a little bit too much wax. I thought I might have to make another batch of this, but I think I'm doing pretty good with what I have. So I don't have to make any more. However, I feel like I might redo this. I'm not sure yet. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out a little section for Yoda's head now before it cools too much. I'm afraid that if it gets too hard, if I try to do it later, it's gonna crumble. If it crumbles, then it's not going to look very pleasing, and I can't hit it with the heat gun, so I'll be out of luck. And I didn't want to put the sticker in before the wax cools because I know it's going to have some kind of absorption on it, and figure that way it won't get too much if it's cool first. I'm almost out of wax, so I'm going to use it all up. Trying to get as much out as possible. No wax left behind. especially since I've decided I don't need any more to top this off. But this is what we got so far. I'm trying not to, maybe I should. Like, was trying not to do this because I feel like it's gonna touch one of the bubbles. But I need it to stand up like this one is, with minimal movements. But this is my bathtub. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but we're gonna run with it for now. Guess I'll send my mother-in-law a picture and see what she says, but yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.